Good morning. Hi, everybody. My name's Angela from Roots Yoga, and we are going to have a nice grounding all levels flow today. So I will demo most of the poses and give you verbal cues to get the alignment right, and then offer some challenging add-ons if you want to build the heat. I always say, do what feels best for your own body. So if something's not working for you, if it's painful, just back off, take a break if you need, and then you can jump back in with me when you're ready. Feel free to leave me some comments. There's a live chat as well if you want to interact. I love feeling like I'm kind of with you guys. We're virtually together. So let's start in a seated position for our centering. So you can have ankles crossed like this, or half lotus or full lotus if either of those are in your practice. Maybe a block under the sit bones if that feels good for you. And never underestimate the power of taking these first few minutes to center before you start your flow. So being at home, there's a lot of extra distractions that aren't present in a studio. You may have your list of to-dos for after class. And take this time to let all of that go. So close your eyes, focusing on the breath. In through the nose and out through the nose. Let each inhale bring new space and clarity in the mind. On each exhale, let go of anything that is pulling you out of this moment right here. Letting all your surroundings happen without the need to control them, without the need to focus your mind on them. Give this gift to yourself for the next hour of connecting to yourself. And keep stretching out the breath, making the inhale last maybe just a count longer than the prior breath, and the exhale last a count longer as you slowly release. Keeping the eyes closed and keeping this strong breath here. I'd like to offer us an intention today of grounding. So we'll focus on the root chakra. It's this energy center at the base of your spine, and that's where it's said to have your source of feeling stable, feeling like your basic needs are met, like shelter, food, water, having a home. And by focusing certain intentions on this chakra, you can help remove those feelings of maybe anxiety or fear, um, feeling like you don't belong, creating a sense of home within yourself. So as you sit here, feel the earth below you. So feel your mat under your sit bones, the floor that supports you. And then in your head or out loud, repeat after me a couple mantras to get the mind in a grounding, stable place. So you can repeat, I trust in myself. I release fear of the unknown. I belong here. Good. Let the eyes open. Bring the fingers down in front of your legs and start to fold forward. So be sure to keep the chest pulled forward rather than rounding the back as you fold. It doesn't matter how far or deep you get into this bend. You can bring blocks under the arms to support you. And wherever you are in this fold, just soften those thighs and the glutes a little bit. Okay, walk the hands back, lift up. We're going to switch the legs now. So the leg that's on top or crossed in front, just switch it around to the other side. And then taking our mudra with our hands, so the Gyan Mudra, you'll take the first finger to the tip of the thumb, letting the other 3 fingers just fall out and let the arms come comfortably down. Again, closing the eyes. This mudra is said to stimulate peace and concentration. So again, concentrating on feeling grounded. You belong here. You're safe. And let's take some head rolls. So just move slowly in one direction first. And the slower you move, the deeper the stretch that you're allowing the neck to receive. And you can pause anywhere that needs a little more attention. Then wherever you are, switch direction of the circles. Making your way back to a neutral position. Let the eyes open. And inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands down in front of the legs. Again, walking them away to your point of not too much, not too little. Relaxing the glutes. Slowly lift. Coming back to neutral. Let's unbind the legs. You can bring them forward and shake them out a little bit if you need, and then take them in a wide V here. And place your right hand across the body to the top of the left thigh, sweeping the other arm overhead. Reach for those opposite toes. So try not to push here. You might be kind of upright like this, getting that stretch in the left edge of the body. Maybe after a couple of breaths, you can reach a little further, just not forcing anything. That's how you get flexibility, is by staying where you feel that resistance, breathing through it, letting the body open there, and naturally moving on to a deeper version. Okay, inhale, lift up. We'll switch sides. So now left hand across to the top of the right thigh and sweep the other arm overhead. Breathing through the nose. Keep that strong breath we practiced. The breath is just as important as the pose. So as these poses get a little more challenging, you may start to feel out of breath or frustrated or just discomfort. Remember that breath is there for you to help you stay. And inhale, lift up. Bringing the hands down in front of you now, we'll start to fold. So just walking to that level of your edge again. So where you feel the resistance, staying there, breathing. And walk the hands back, lift up. All right, let's swing the feet around to tabletop for cat-cow. So on the knees and the hands, drop the belly, look up, squeeze the tailbone up for cow pose, and then round the back into cat. Lifting the spine high, pushing the ground away, looking back at your hips. Again, inhale, drop the belly, look up for cow. And exhale, round into cat. So keep flowing through these cat-cows on your own. You can bring in other movement, warming up the spine here. Maybe swaying side to side or front to back. You can close the eyes, connect to your own movement. And take one more cat, one more cow. And once you're done, come into high plank, lifting the knees and pushing the ground away. So you're fighting gravity here. Keeping the belly sucked in to give you a little lift. Inhale. Exhale, knees down and bring the chest between the hands. Inchworm pose. Tailbone is up to the ceiling. And then cobra. Belly comes down. Gentle back bend. So your elbows are bent here. Hug them into your torso, and the tops of the feet are down, pushed into the mat. Inhale. Exhale, forehead down. Inhale again, lift cobra. You can stay here, take upward dog if you're ready, straightening those arms and lifting the knees. Wherever you are, tuck the toes under, press to down dog. Hold it here in your downward dog, pushing the chest to the legs and looking back at the toes. So you might have to give the knees a little bend to get the back nice and straight, and you can even walk it out by bending one knee, bending the other. Just start opening up the Achilles tendon. And then be still here in your downward dog. Lifting the heels high, look forward as you walk up to the hands. When you get there, lift halfway, hands on the legs, back is nice and flat. You can bring those hands up to the thighs to keep the back nice and flat and the shoulders pulled back. Inhale, exhale, fold, and hang out in your forward fold for a bit here. So give your knees a nice bend so that your belly can touch the thighs. And just let the shoulders drop down. Use gravity to pull the head down as well, opening up the spine. We walk upright all day, so it's good to switch that around and help keep us balanced. And from forward fold, slowly start to peel up, coming all the way into high mountain pose. Bring arms up and palms together, pull them down to your heart. All right, we'll take a couple sun A's now. So we'll take the first one a little slower, and then you can start to move at your own pace if you want to move quicker. All right, coming to mountain pose, arms down alongside the body. Let your palms face forward slightly and engage the core. So always engaging your core by squeezing the belly in, tucking the tailbone under. Inhale, arms up, high mountain. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway, flat back. And plant the palms, step back, high plank, hold it. Taking a breath in, you can lower by dropping the knees first, or like a reverse push-up. Exhale as you lower. Coming to cobra or upward dog. Pull the shoulders back. And then downward dog, pressing back. Take a breath here. In and out. On your next inhale, lift the heels. Bend the knees, hop or step to the hands. Lifting halfway, inhale. And exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, high mountain pose. And exhale, mountain pose, drop the hands. Good. All right, let's take 2 more at your own pace here. I'll guide you as well so you can follow along. Inhale, high mountain, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands down. Step back or hop and lower. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhaling, upward dog. Pull the chest forward. Exhale as you press back down, dog. One breath here in your downward dog, in and out. On your next inhale, lift those heels high. Hop or step to the top. As you exhale, inhaling halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up, high mountain. And send it right back down, exhaling as you fold forward. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, hands down, Chaturanga Dandasana. You can hop back and lower, all in the same exhale. Inhaling up, dog. Exhale, down dog. One breath here. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, step up. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. And inhale, rise up, high mountain, hold it in your high mountain pose. All right, we are warmed up. Let's sit back to chair. So keeping the weight in the heels. The knees aren't too far forward. Scoot them back a little if you can. It's okay if you're not very far down, as long as you're keeping that chest high. Sink down maybe a little deeper. We're going to take a twist now to the right. So you can take your open arm twist or bring the palms together for a prayer twist. That elbow comes down to the top of the thigh. And then come back to our pose at the center. Breathe through that sensation in the legs. Inhale. Exhale, twist the other direction. So your choice of an open arm twist or prayer twist. Dropping down and looking up. Inhale back to center. Exhale, forward fold, releasing those legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, the hands down. Exhale, down dog. Stay there in your downward dog. And then lift the right leg up, three-legged dog. So the hips are in line here and your foot is flexed. Toes point down to the floor. Push the ground away with the hands. You're still pushing them, pushing the chest to the legs. Good. Hug the knee forward and plant it for warrior one. So planting the foot and then rising. Arms overhead. The back foot's flat, heel is down, and it's at a diagonal, so slightly forward, so that your hips can come forward, facing forward, I should say. Shoulders face forward. Keep a 90-degree bend in the front knee. Breathe. One more breath in. Exhale, hands down, Chaturanga Dandasana. You can keep this right leg lifted as you lower for a little more challenge. Inhaling up dog. And exhale, down dog. And this time lift the left leg high, three-legged dog. So again, toes point down. You're kicking through that heel like you're going to plant your foot on the wall and stamp it. Try to get equal weight in the arms. And hug the knee forward, warrior one. planting the foot, bringing the back heel down, and then lifting. And settle in. So keep those shoulders relaxed, down away from the ears. Keeping the core engaged, so you're squeezing that belly in a bit. And breathing. Good. One more breath in. On your exhale, hands down, Chaturanga Dandasana. You can keep the left leg lifted this time if you'd like as you lower down. Inhaling, upward dog. And exhale to down dog. We'll meet there in downward dog. So remember, you can always skip that Chaturanga, the high to low plank, and you can just go right to downward dog at any time if your arms are feeling like they need a little break. From downward dog, lift your heels up, looking forward. Exhale, step up to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift halfway, flat back. Exhale, fold, hold it here in your fold. So bring those fingertips all the way down and then heel toe the feet out wide as your mat. We're going to take a ragdoll. So grab opposite arms right by your elbows and use the gravity again for your benefit. I like to sway, bringing lots of movement into the body. So you can bend a knee, straighten the other, letting that neck release. And breathe. Drop the hands down now. We're going to move the right hand towards the middle of the mat. If you have a block, it's nice to bring a block under that hand and lift the left arm for a twist. Now see if you can keep both legs straight, but if that's just not working, bend the right knee. Get a little deeper into the twist, looking up. Inhale. Exhale, hand down. We'll switch sides, lifting the other arm straight up, maybe a little bend in the knee. Try to get these shoulders stacked, one on top of the other. And drop the hand, moving your block off to the side if you have it. Lift halfway, keep the legs wide, and clasp your hands at the low back, pulling the shoulders together behind you and then fold forward. As you do this, push the arms away from the back, keeping your hands clasped. An alternative is to grab your forearms behind you if the hands aren't reaching one another. You're still getting that shoulder rinse in that version. And drop the hands. Heel toe the feet back together, hip distance apart, folding. And inhale, rise up. High mountain. Exhale, chair, sit back. All right, so your feet can be hip distance apart, or you can have the knees touching. Every body is different, so it feels different. Keeping that bend and keeping the knees together. See if you can lift your right foot forward. Yeah, so flexing the foot is going to challenge your balance. Flexing the foot and drop it down. Let's switch sides. Bring that other foot forward. Keep a nice squat. Maybe sink down a little deeper into the pose. And release, come to stand, mountain pose. Shake it out if you need. We're going to do some balance work. So in line with our intention of grounding, you can use this practice physically in any standing balance pose, any balance pose altogether. So you're going to use gravity for your benefit, letting it pull your weight down and rooting into the foot. So keep your right foot down. We're going to take tree pose, lifting the left foot to maybe the ankle, calf, the inner thigh, and bringing the palms together in front of the chest. So you can go to any height on the leg, just make sure you're not on that knee. And remember grounding, so it might take you a minute to get stable. You want to feel all your weight pushing into that foot. Eventually, the foot will even out. There won't be any wobbles. The toes won't be lifting anymore. The foot's relaxed. You can spread those branches when you're ready, opening the arms to your full expression. It's okay if you fall out, just come back in. We all fall. All right, so now I'm going to challenge you. So stay with it, stay concentrated and calm. Bring your palms together and break the pose, but keep your left foot lifted. All right, we're going to use our right hand to grab the knee and bring the other arm out to the side, a little counterbalance. You can take a hand mudra. And start to pull the knee across the body to the right side. And if you're really brave today, maybe you look at that left hand. If Dancing Ganesh, the full pose is in your practice, you can grab the pinky edge of this foot and start to kick it out to the side. So see, my knee is still bent, still need to warm up a little bit more. That's okay. From here, you can even look back at that hand. All right, slowly release the foot. Keep that knee lifted. You're working it. And start to step back, high lunge. That heel is lifted now. Both toes point forward and arms go up. So you can stay here in your high lunge, squeezing the knees together, or you can follow along with me for some knee taps. So drop that knee and up. 1. Again. 2. Keep going. 3. Drop it down. 4. One more. And 5. Bring the knee all the way down, everyone. We're going to come to a low lunge. So flatten that back foot and then slide the knee down a little bit here. You want to get a nice quad stretch in the back leg. Gazing forward, breathe. And you can stay here or arms up. Maybe hands to the leg. Lots of options. Good. See if you can take a twist to the right. So right hand's back behind you. Open arms. Arms at a T. Good. Look at those back fingers. And then drop that hand to the back leg, lifting your top arm up, reversing. Challenge the balance. And unwind, bring the arms up, inhale. Exhale, hands down. We're going to tuck that back knee, tuck the foot, lift the knee, and step back. Come to either downward dog or take a chaturanga with me if you're feeling it. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale the right leg up, this time bending the knee, squeeze the heel in towards the glute, stack the hips. If it's in your practice, flip your dog, dropping this foot down, lift those hips high, and reach forward. Unwind. 3-legged dog, right leg is high. And send it forward, warrior 1. Plant the foot. Back heel comes down as you lift. Ooh. Good, inhale. Exhale, open warrior 2. So now the back toes point forward a bit, making a T shape with the feet, and arms are at a T. So you want to make sure your hips are open, shoulders are open, just the head turns forward. palms face down. Let's try something new. Flip the palms up. Notice how that feels. Do you feel more open, more light, more receptive? And reverse your warrior, reach up and back. Send that back arm down the leg or wrap it around your low back and reach for the front thigh. Deepen that front knee. Looking up. And extended side angle. You can bring the top arm to the front thigh. Sweep the other arm overhead. You can also bring your front hand down next to the front foot to get a little deeper. Or if you're using blocks today, bring that under the hand to keep space in the body. Let's do that again. Lift up, reverse your warrior. Keep a bend in the front knee. And extended side angle. Send it forward. Lift up, warrior two. And straighten the front leg. We'll take triangle. So arms at a T, reach forward and drop the front hand to a block or the leg or the mat. Breathing. And drop the top hand down. We're going to come to a wide pyramid pose. So your hands are going to frame that front foot. You can hop the back foot up a little bit, turn that toe forward a bit. And again, if you have blocks, bring them under the hands like this. Or if you're not reaching the mat comfortably, just bring the hands to that front shin. You should feel this along the back side of the legs. And put a bend in the front knee. We're going to scoop the back foot up, standing splits. Walk the hands back. See if you can frame your foot with your hands. If you want to add on here, you can start to bring the hands up to the calf. So you're just balancing on that foot. It's a nice challenge. If your hands are lifted, bring them back down to blocks or the mat. We're going to bend this top knee and squeeze it behind the other leg. So you're crunching both legs together and bending both knees. Move the left hand towards the middle of the mat or the block. And lift your right arm. We're going to add a twist here. This is a nice challenging balance pose. Ground down. Hold it. And release. Fold over the legs. You can kick out the feet if you need. Inhale, rise up, high mountain. Bring the palms together and pull them down to your heart. All right, let's prepare for the other side. So left foot stays down now for our tree pose. When you're ready, lift the right foot to any height on the leg, as long as it's not the knee. Practicing rooting down. So that's that feeling of all the weight moving down into that foot to press it firmly on the mat. You are stable, you're solid, you're safe. You can open those arms whenever you're ready. Beautiful trees. Okay, bring the palms together. We're going to move into our dancing Ganesh. So you can break the pose, keep that foot lifted. Left hand to the knee, bring your right arm out to the side. Maybe take your mudra. And just start to bring the knee across the body first. And you can turn the head towards the right fingers. Notice how that changes things. It makes it more intense, doesn't it? Whenever you're ready to move to the full expression, you can grab the pinky edge of the foot So you're going across the top of the foot and start to kick the leg out. So it's okay if the leg isn't straight. Mine is not today, but practice. Maybe looking at the back fingers, the right fingers, let them wiggle. See if you can see them in the corner of your eye. Hold it. And release. Keep the foot lifted. All right, knees bent, hugged up. Start to step back, high lunge. Plant those toes. Strong. Nice. Back heel's lifted. You might have to slide your back foot down more to get the heel lifted all the way up. And then, optional to knee tap with me. Drop it down. Inhale up 1. Keep it going. I'm going to count for us. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Everyone bring that back knee down. All right, come to your low lunge. So flatten the back foot, slide the knee down a little bit here. So you have the front knee right over the foot and a quad stretch in the back leg. Blocks are great here. Or rise up with the arms. Breathing. Keep that front knee hugged in towards the center line of the body. And then we'll take a twist to the left now. So arms to a T, and again, looking at the back hand. Bring the back hand to the back leg, sweep the other arm up, reversing. Keep the chest open and lifted. And come back up. Arms overhead. Inhale. Exhale, hands down to the mat. We'll lift the back knee up. And then again, either step back to your downward dog or take a chaturanga dandasana. I will wait for you here in my downward dog. Then you're inhaling as you take up dog. Exhaling to down dog. Lift the left leg high, bending the knee. Squeeze the heel towards the glute. Hang out here a moment. Bringing that top hip up on top of the other. And then you can flip your dog if you flipped on the other side. So lifting the hips high, reach forward, shine the heart. Unwind. 3-legged dog. Left leg is lifted. And swing it forward, warrior 1. Plant the foot. Back heel comes down as you rise. Inhale. Exhale, warrior 2. Open up. I always like to slide my back foot down a little bit here so that I can get even deeper into the front knee. And give that a shot. Gazing forward, palms facing down. Feel the energy pushing down, rooting, firm in your pose, unwavered. And then flip the palms up. Notice how that changes the energy you're feeling. Reverse warrior, reach it up and back. Bringing that back arm down the leg or wrap it around the low back. Reach for the front thigh, bend that knee nice and deep. Good. Extended side angle, send it forward. So front arm to the thigh, sweep that right arm overhead or reach all the way down to a block or the mat, your choice. Let's do that again. Inhale, lift up and reverse. Exhale, extended side angle, send it forward. And lift up, warrior 2, arms to a T. We'll straighten out the front leg, triangle pose. Reach forward and hinge. Nice stretch in that edge of the torso. Keep your pinky edge of your back foot pressed down. It'll help you stay stable. Breathing. And drop this hand down. We'll move into our wide pyramid. So framing the foot with your hands or blocks under the hands. You can turn those back toes to point towards the front. So the back foot's like a warrior one foot. And maybe hopping it up to get a little further into the stretch here. Try to keep both legs straight. All right, bending the front knee, scoop the back leg up, standing splits. So again, walking the hands back to frame your foot, or maybe lifting them up to the calf one by one. Practice that strength in your foot. It's a fun one. If you lifted your hands, bring them back down. Bend the top knee and squeeze it behind the other. So squatting in both, well, in the bottom leg and then hugging that other knee. This time we'll move the right hand towards the middle of the mat. You can use a block under it. And lift the left arm slowly to keep control as you twist, maybe gazing up towards that top hand. And hold it. Drop the top hand down, release. Fold, shake it out. Good. Inhale halfway. Exhale, high plank, hold it. All right, let's move the left hand towards the middle of the mat and open up to a side plank, lifting your right arm. So you can drop this bottom knee down for support if you're just starting to work on your side planks. That's a nice option. You can even lift the right leg to add on. Maybe grabbing that foot for a bind, optional here. I'm going to show you another option. If you're in the full side plank, lift the top leg. See if you can grab the knee and maybe the big toe, kicking that foot straight up to the sky. All right, release, high plank or tabletop. Hold it here. We got one more side. Moving the right hand to the middle. Open up. We've got a child's pose coming if that gives you a little more motivation to push yourself. I'll move through the options. So if you have your bottom knee down, you can lift that top leg, or the left leg, I should say. Flex the foot. Maybe take a bind, grabbing it. And if you're in the full side plank, see if you can lift your top leg up. Maybe grab the knee or the big toe, kicking the foot straight up to the ceiling. Hold it one more breath wherever you are. And release. High plank for 3, 2, 1. Child's pose. Give those arms a break. Sit back. Knees are wide. You can let your arms stretch forward or maybe wrap them around the legs towards the feet. That's a good option to give your shoulders more release. And while you're in child's pose, roll the head side to side on the mat. And start to lift up, come to downward dog. Inhale the right leg high and swing the foot forward outside the right hand. So you might have to pick it up and move it there. Drop the back knee. Lizard. So you can stay like this. I like to use my blocks here, so I'm going to grab them for support. You can keep your legs straight or drop down to the forearms. So I like to use blocks to start to bring my forearms down too. If you can reach the mat, bring them all the way down. And it helps to peel the foot open to the pinky edge, maybe even turning those toes out so that your knee has more space to open, allowing you to fold maybe a little deeper. And come back to that breath to help you stay. So when we're in a pose that requires a longer hold, our brains can start to wander. Use the breath to keep you present. Keep the legs like this. Lift up to your arms, or straight arms if you don't already have them there. See if you can bend that back knee. It's a real good quad stretch. You can even reach for the foot to bring it in if you need a little more. And if you have the foot let go, start to send the tailbone back, straightening out the front leg for a runner's stretch. So keep the hips up off the back leg as you fold over the front leg. So this is a runner's stretch or a half split. If you want to practice your full split with me, start to slide the foot forward. Blocks are nice here too. I love props. They help us get into new poses without injury. So you can use the blocks to keep you lifted or fists next to you. And if you came to the full split, slide that foot back. Let's come back to our lizard, bending the front knee, and then downward dog. Step back. And pedal it out a bit. Take some movement in the legs and the hip. Lift the left leg high now. Swing the foot forward outside the left hand for lizard pose here. So dropping the back knee, flatten the back foot, and slowly settling in. So let the body open. Just notice how it feels, maybe different than the other side. You can peel the foot open to the pinky edge, maybe turning the toes out, let that knee go out to the side and allowing yourself to maybe come down to the forearms or just get a little deeper into it. Clearing the hips, one of the tightest areas in our body. It's from sitting a lot, driving, maybe at a desk. The hips can lock up, they can store toxins. So clearing them by opening give us a lot of benefits. It's also why it's important to drink a lot of water, both before your practice and after. So you'll notice if you drink enough water before class, tends to be easier. And if you drink water after, you'll feel better because you're flushing out all those toxins you moved around. So it's a similar thing too when you get a massage, a deep tissue massage, or any massage really, where they tell you to drink a lot of water after to flush it all out. And start to straighten the arms. If they aren't, we're going to keep that foot bent as we bring the back foot up to bend that back knee. Maybe just hugging it up or grabbing it to pull it in. And release the foot if you have it. Come to your runner's stretch, your half split. Sitting back towards that back foot as you straighten the front leg and flex those toes on the front foot. Keep that leg active, folding forward. And then if you took full splits on the other side, take it here so you stay balanced. You can use your fists. Breathe. And then start to make your way back to lizard, bending the front knee. We'll step back, downward dog to shake it out. You can also take tabletop here. So just take some movement. Notice how the hips feel. Once you feel complete, come to seated. All right, swing the feet around the front. And grabbing the top of the shins, lean back so you can lift your feet up to boat pose. So you can grab the shins under the legs, maybe the hands come down to the mat next to you, or you can bring your arms straight up or forward. So just kind of play around, see how that feels. But wherever you are, keep that chest pulled forward so you're not rounding, you're not crunching up, you're keeping the back strong, the core. That's where your strength comes from. So straighten those legs if you can. High boat. And you can drop down halfway, low boat. Good. Squeeze it up, high boat. And again, low boat. One more time. Lift up, high boat. Low boat. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Release. Come all the way down to the mat. Stretch out the body in a nice long line. And then bridge pose. So bend the knees. Plant the feet. Push through the heels as you lift your hips high. And then work the arms under the back. You can clasp your hands beneath you. Breathing. Optional add-on here is to lift one leg. See if you can do little, what's the word? Pumps. So you kind of drop your glutes down and then you push them up. That's going to work that leg a little more. Let's do 2 more if you're following along with me. Drop this foot down, lift the other. And then if you want to take your pumps to work the legs and the glutes a little more, take 2 more. 1 and 2. Drop the foot, hold it, and lower all the way down to a flat back. Swaying the knees side to side. We're going to take one more back bend. So it's your choice if you'd like bridge pose again, like we just did, or wheel. And for wheel, you can follow along with me. Hands come alongside the ears. And lift. Push the ground away, looking between the hands. You can see if you can lift one leg wherever you are. Drop it down, lift the other leg. Drop it down. Tuck the chin up and lower. Flat back. Again, swaying the knees side to side. Breathe. I'm going to start to unwind. And take happy baby. Grabbing the bottom of the feet or the ankles, lift those feet up high. So you want your legs real wide here. Knees are pointing towards the outside of the armpits. Push the tailbone to the mat. You can roll side to side here. That feels good on the low back. Releasing the feet, bring the knees together, bent. We're going to take a supine twist. So you can bring the arms out to a T shape, palms face down, or make a diamond shape with your arms. So I like to open up the shoulders this way, bringing the hands towards each other above my head. Drop the knees to the right side. Turn the head to face the left. Bring that twist up through the neck. And try to let everything go. So if you're holding your legs up or if they don't touch the floor, you can bring a pillow under them or a block or blanket, allowing the muscles to relax now. The work is done. And then lift the knees up, let them fall the other direction. Again, turning the head the opposite way and melt. Close the eyes, relax the face. And then lift the knees up, hugging them in. If there's any last stretches that you need to take, maybe a legs up the wall like this or a shoulder stand, let's take the next 30 seconds or so to complete your practice. And if you're ready, you can go right into Shavasana here, letting the legs come down, the arms fall comfortably, palms are facing up. So take your time if you're taking your stretches. I'll wait for you here. And if you're finishing up, start to move into Shavasana if you aren't already there. So we're all going to meet in Shavasana. Lying here for a short meditation practice. So as you lie here, let the eyes close. Let the breathing become natural and light. Relaxing the forehead and the cheeks. Softening the neck, collarbone, shoulders. Your arms sink heavy down. Fingers are light. The ribs soften. As your hips let go, bringing this relaxation down through the thighs to the knees, through the calves, the heels, making its way out all the toes. Start to wiggle your fingers and your toes, bringing more energy into the breath as you wake up, body. Make your way over to one side, pausing in a fetal position here. You can use your arm as a pillow. Take this time to feel grounded in yourself, knowing that we're always home. Start to push up to seated. Easy seated position, keeping your eyes closed or just lowered towards the floor. We'll bring our palms together. Thank yourself for taking time this morning on this beautiful Sunday to fill your own cup. Set your foundation so that you feel stable enough to cope with anything that the universe throws your way. And let the corners of your mouth curve up towards the eyeballs, forming a smile. Let that ease your troubles, any tension or stress. And lift the thumb knuckles up to the third eye. We'll unclasp, bowing together. Namaste. Well, thank you all for joining me this morning. As always, I love seeing you all on here virtually practicing together. And remember, the link doesn't expire, so you can access this video or any other video you signed up for at any time. And that's all I got for you today, but feel free to send me some feedback. I hope to see you at the next class. Bye.